With the current boom in the construction sector in Kenya, demand for construction equipment has been on the rise in the past decade. But as demand has surged and more players have entered into the building industry, another challenge has emerged: the financial muscle to buy equipment to carry out the jobs. Construction equipment doesn't come cheap, and outright ownership is a preserve of just a few large contractors. Just one piece of equipment can set a budding contractor back tens of millions of shillings. Tie this to the uncertainty of securing consistent future jobs, and loan repayment plans for the equipment can be thrown into jeopardy, putting the whole business at risk of liquidation. To counter this, leasing equipment has emerged as the best alternative to outright ownership of equipment because it enables the contractor to better plan his cash flows. Several players have entered into this space, offering equipment for hire, and this is evidenced by the many heavy equipments that line the roads today with for hire signs hung on them. For longer leases, several companies have emerged to tap into this demand in a more formal and customer-focused manner. One of the companies is Vehicle and Equipment Leasing Limited, better known as Vaell. Formed in 2007, Vaell has carved out a niche for itself by offering tailor-made services to clients in Kenya and East Africa as a whole, who include corporate organizations beyond the construction sector. Contrary to the days when the leasing business was looked upon with skepticism, leasing today is gaining traction in Kenya and beyond for its obvious tax benefits and its financial management advantages. Construction Review recently visited the offices of Vaell and talked to Mr. Paul Njeru, the head of structured leasing, who had this to say about what they do and how they are focused on attending to the needs of the construction industry specifically.
We lease, we rent, and we've only recently launched the short-term rental, which is Quick Bank. Before we were looking at the long term, 3 years, 5 years, and that actually didn't serve the need of the construction market. We were targeting the corporate users who need machines 24/7, because until the machine dies, then they get another one. So we are very heavy actually in the cement industry. We are the market leaders in supplying them yellow machines. Yellow means construction. And not just here, but in Tanzania, we have a very huge market share. Probably the largest in the cement industry. We just started the mining side on that side. That's a bit different from construction.
Mr. Njeru points out that the process of leasing is far easier than getting a loan and is cheaper. Vaell has recently launched a product that offers short-term hire of construction equipment for contractors. Vaell sources idle equipment from contractors and offers the same to other contractors to rent for even a few months. Mr. Njeru points out the advantages for the contractor in this new product.
The contractor says, no, I want to lease, but my project is 1 year. And over that 1 year, I only need a bulldozer for 3 months. I need a grader for 6 and a roller for 6 months. The concept where we can give for 3 months or so, we opt not to own our machines. The ones we give can. We'll ask Jared for his machine. He's also a road contractor. So we'll ask Jared, is your machine idle? And Ken needs it. And then we'll say it's not idle now, but if he gives me 2 weeks, it will be idle. Badala ilale kama it's not earning anything and not helping me, because you can't use an excavator to go to work. If it has no work, it has no work. So he says, I'll give you, and you can give, can. And the program has been very successful so far, 6 months. If you have a road project and you're the type of contractor who is the road project against road project against road project, you're better off renting. Because then owning a machine forces you to be an engineer. Machines break down. When you rent, the minute it breaks down, we actually give you another one, or you're not charged for the period it has broken down. So your role continues to move forward with a partner like.
Mr. Jeru points out that in Kenya the system is working well because demand for equipment keeps shifting from one county to another, and Vaell is successfully able to soak up excess capacity while enabling small contractors thrive by allowing them to have access to the equipment they need. Vaell also intends to set up a web portal called Tinga to allow contractors to further access equipment more freely. He points out that though short-term hire is more expensive than leasing, there are valid reasons for this.
We lease a brand new excavator for equivalent 10,000 shillings a day. While on the rental, we have to rent it, pay Jared, we have to rent it equivalent 8,000 shillings an hour. So there's a very big disparity, and our hope is by formalizing the rental market, the reason it's expensive and Jared can't charge cheaper is because there is idle time. When we lease, there's no idle time. It's gone for 5 years, it will be working.
Vaell has expanded its operations to Uganda and Tanzania in 2010 to meet demand from its multinational clients that use large fleet of trucks across the region. Currently, the firm is eyeing to set foot in Rwanda as its new frontier. Asked about the future of the leasing industry in Kenya, Jeru says that the company projects that the industry will grow exponentially, and to this end, Vaell is coming up with innovative and tailor-made products to serve their clients better, even as they plan to spread their wings across the African continent.